So today we're taking these assets and hopefully turning them into a design that is a 10 out of 10. The catch is, though, in order to actually receive that rating, I need to go through my hardest critic, which just happens to be
designing, which is your part-time job. So.
No. No. So let us go ahead and get this thing started and make a really sick and hopefully cool and hopefully at least an 8 out of 10 Formula One Miami poster. Let's get this started. And do not forget, you'll also see it in today's video. And I'm talking about the everything pack. It is my personal bundle of over 500 plus assets, 37 plus different design packs. That's all inclusive with the actual Photoshop plugin that's instantly able to drag and drop in your assets just with super ease. So if you're trying to go from beginner to pro, I think these assets will be the perfect fit to actually fit that scenario and hopefully just end up with some really dope design. As always, it's the first link in the description. Let's go ahead and get this thing started. All right, so let's get started. So I know the main thing I want to accomplish is I want to get that feeling of the car being really close to the screen and then having something Miami in the background. So I'm thinking like a little core, like a little cut like this. We bring this down, and honestly, I might be able to even use 99% of this photo, or maybe 50%, because I'm gonna cut it kind of in half, like right here, I think. Right, so we immediately get this, which, okay, it's already starting to feel like what I'm hoping for. I'm also gonna cut out the car. Okay, so now our car is cut out, so that's official. I have this image here. Now this image here, I know for certain, I was searching for a long time for a good enough photo. And this one here, I thought we drag this down here. This feels, into my opinion, way more organic. And look at this, yellow, green, already helping me out. I don't have to worry about that. So I'm kind of already vibing with this thought, okay? Now, the other part that I have to consider, right, is that I know I'm gonna have Kimi Antonelli over here. Now, I'm not even sure if this is the right photo. This photo feels like he's being interviewed, but I know I'm gonna have something like this. I'll use this as like a placement for now. But I need to make sure I have room to put this guy down here and back here, excuse me. So what I'm thinking, okay, is I take this photo and I move it even further down. Oh, this is where cutting this car out comes in handy. Move this further down, and I move this so far down that I can kind of push this even further down. So let's just say really quick that this is cut out, right? So I can have the photo back here, and I think that'll work out in our favor. But few things. I need to make sure I match this road to this road. I'm trying to figure out the best way to do that. Now, I immediately go to gradients, okay? Ooh, ooh, ooh. Stop playing, that was way too easy. I love gray asphalt. All right, boom, I got this now, and I can just kind of fill this in with that gray, and now I got myself a pretty perfect look. And if I put this car back in, who is even, that looks pretty good. Okay, now I do know, again, I bring myself back to this guy here that we're cutting out. There's a big problem, so we gotta get rid of this. And I'm thinking, low key, if we look right here, here, and here, I'm pretty sure we can cut this part out right along those lines and get rid of the thing super easily. So I think I'm gonna go for that, right? And now when I delete this, now we get a lot more of this Kimi Antonelli like body back here, and this is making way more sense. And honestly, I might even cut this part out as well. And I do think this cutout is gonna help us just like with a tiny bit more immersion when I'm assuming the sky comes in. Like this right here, I'm a little worried about, if I'm being honest, but we'll see how that registers and if I need to cut that out. Part of me like already knows I have to, but I just don't want to right now, if I'm being honest. But this is a good start. This is a place where I would like to say, I think we need to start considering what the sky looks like. But I think what I really need to do is find that right Kimi Antonelli photo in the back, and I think we'll be in a good, like a way better spot. Right, like already, I think this photo that I found might even just immediately just be a better idea. And I already can see it. This is gonna have to get cut out. I don't know what I'm gonna do with the fence. Maybe I'll forget about it and you guys will just also forget about it, but at least it'll be see-through. Okay, after way too many attempts, I think I finally found the sky that I would deem to be the best. And it's this one, okay? So now that we have our sky, I feel a little bit more comfortable trying to figure out the rest of this layout. For instance, what is Miami without palm trees? Now the thought process here is drag this down into a place, I'm thinking it's gonna go in front of them, that will kind of just sit here in these areas. See, but the thing is, what I wanna make sure I do is I don't treat, because this is my downfall, I treat like trees or like any objects like texture in like a photo manipulation, or I need to start thinking about it like a manipulation. So I need to kind of place these in a way that don't feel like I'm trying so hard to add texture, even though that's exactly what I'm trying to do. Okay, and now this feels as natural, I think, as I can probably place these trees. This is probably the only like texturous leaf that I think can stay, because why not? But I feel like desperately what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna bring all these trees in a group. I'm gonna use a curve. I'm gonna clip mask this curve, bring over here to auto by holding alt, go to lights and darks, and then try to find a nice good shadow from these leaves here or the sky here. Same with the highlights. I'm gonna go to the sky and kind of bring in some of the vibes that the sky is kind of giving us. Again, I'm going for moody, not like your nightlife Vice City, Miami. So looking at it, I think I'm gonna press OK, OK again, and then I'll come down here with a curve adjustment and try my best to kind of blend these in. You can turn it on, or excuse me, off and on. You can see immediately I get a better idea of these trees kind of feeling like they're in the space. So essentially the way I'm thinking about this is, do I want to essentially do that? Oops, I didn't move this gradient down, by the way. There we go. And so that does not happen again. I'm going to make sure I kind of just quickly link these layers together. So if I move one, you'll see it moves together without grouping it, just for the record. I haven't been using that recently, but recently I have been. It's been kind of helpful. So what I was going to say was, do I now just take this same curve adjustment and essentially place it above everything to get me to a place where everything at least feels like it's a part of the same story, right? Because now I'm here. This is with all the same exact curve on everything. Now I feel like we're working with a very similar look across the board. There might be opportunities for me to take a curve though and try to bring up some of these things pretty quickly. And I'm assuming what I can essentially do is I can take the opacity and lower it down a little bit, so it pops out a little bit further away and kind of still has that color, harmonization going on. But this is, this is just not my element. This is, we're trying to go for that 8 out of 10, or at least a 10 out of 10. So I'm trying to go a little bit outside my comfort zone. I'm back into the manipulations. This is not my thing, just so you guys know. But I'm trying, okay? I'm trying. You know what I really feel like I'm missing? Like some genuine source of light source happening. Like in a perfect world, right? Right below here, I kind of have like, let's just pretend for a second, right? There's like this sun over here, and this sun is just lighting our way. Like I would love for it to be a thing. So I'm trying my hardest at this very moment in time to kind of build a sun. I've never done this before, but I'm just gonna use a bunch of different glows and try out a few different layer styles and layer blend modes and whatnot. Now you gotta kind of see some looking kind of sun, but as soon as I kind of add something like this on like a linear dodge add or a lighter color, I think linear dodge add, but looks bad for a second. If I control U, lower the lightness down, bring up the saturation, now it's starting, I'm getting this, right? I think that looks pretty good. Now I'm gonna do the same exact thing on this side. Same kind of hit over here on these side of the trees, because somehow the sun is also hitting over here, right? Then just subtly move the saturation, and now we got ourselves, something actually happening. Now the other part of this question is, again, this is really different for me, trying to like bring in all these colors, or excuse me, all these like different kind of tones. But I'm essentially gonna kind of hit it really quick above everything, just to see if when I put this on linear dodge add, what this does for me. I mean, vivid light looks pretty cool too, if I'm being honest. But I think what this vivid light is actually helping me kind of think about is, if I have this vivid light and I make this pretty large, you can kind of start to see where it's hitting on the car and where it's hitting even on him. So this light, unironically, might actually just become my template. So I'll add one more hit, right, to do linear dodge add, just to kind of slowly get the light to creep out. Then I'll start on my player. I'm gonna do a levels adjustment first, and then I'll just go in with my brush with my template on. And honestly, we're just gonna kind of paint in where the light just kind of isn't hitting as much. And I'll go back in with this level, but this is gonna be the highlights, and essentially just start painting back in over this quote unquote template that I'm making. And now since I already painted these adjustments in, I can kind of go back and manipulate this more. I mean, come on. There's a difference, which is what I'm aiming for. I think I need to add a little bit of highlights more on his face for a second, right? Off, on, a little bit better. So now that I've done that for that, I'm gonna do the same exact thing, but on my car. So I'm gonna bring my template back in. First, I'm gonna do the shadows, make it pretty dark, turn it off, turn my template on, come back over here, and then just start painting in where the shadow or the light is technically not hitting too much on this car, right? So it's kind of like I'm just emphasizing the shadows and highlights as much as possible. but to no avail. I don't actually know what I'm doing. So if I turn my template off and I turn these off and on, this is off, this is on. I feel like maybe it's not as dramatic just yet, but that part of it feels good. But the other thing that I'm kind of worrying about right now that I notice is that it's starting to look a little bit clip arty, because I think what I have to do is take a full levels. Now this whole levels above this thing is really nice. I might do that later, but that levels person that I just put on for a second is strictly to come over here on this side and just draw this shadow in on the right hand side of this car, and just make sure this side is dark. So that way the fact that I put the highlight on the other side of the car makes more sense, you know? And then where the light is kind of peeking through, I know there's a wheel here, but like right here, the light's kind of peeking through. I'll just bring my brush in and let that light peek through there. And we're just gonna fake simulate some light peeking through over here, right? So now it kind of feels like something's happening over there. And what I might do, just add one more levels for specifically the road, bring it far down again, turn it off, and take my brush and come over here and essentially try to make this a little bit more bright as the road is hopefully getting illuminated by this sun. And it makes sense. I also lied. I'm gonna go with another curve, but this I'm gonna put on this JP Morgan sign, because for whatever reason, I just feel like there wouldn't be that much light happening here. So I'm actually just gonna take a 100% opacity brush and just make this a little bit darker. And I'm starting to feel like something's happening. Now, I hit him, I hit the car, I hit the road a little bit, I hit the fence a little bit. I need to hit the stand over here. So I'm gonna bring in, yet again, you guessed it, another levels. I have no idea. Can you guys let me know which one do you guys use? Levels, curves, or even just something completely like else I'm not even thinking about? Bring back in my template, because that's been working for me, okay? And I'm just gonna come over here and then repaint this in where my light is hitting heavily with my handy dandy template, and just say, yo, make sure this is all hit, just like so. Okay, so now I think I'm gonna add some atmosphere. I'm gonna go in real quick to add some smoke. I think I even have an atmospheric smoke. Yeah, I have this. Okay, we're gonna bring this in. Doesn't really need to hit the top too much, more so like the bottom. I'm gonna come in here, just add some of this smoke in these areas. I'm gonna add some more smoke in, bring it behind the car a little bit. And then look at this one. This is more like a lens dirt particle flare thing. I think it does add something dynamic. I'm just kind of erase it in most of the areas, just leave it in like very, very specific places. I'm also wondering, do people usually like, how do people do this? I'm gonna just quickly pretend. Like, do you guys like take a circle? Like, how do you make the wheel spin? I was assuming you guys just kind of take a radio blur on like best on like 10, right? And then just kind of spin the wheel like that. That kind of worked pretty well, right? It looks like it's spinning. I didn't put it on this part of it because I feel like that wouldn't really change when you're looking at it, but I'm gonna just do the same thing over here. Why not? Radio blur, boom, right? Okay. Now it's only on these areas, but don't forget, I did just kind of take the whole entire picture. So I'm probably just gonna just say like, yo, I'm gonna take this area, copy, take this area. This is probably the jankiest way possible to do this. Copy, just so the wheels are spinning on this area. I could have just masked it also. Maybe I'll just do that. Okay, so now it's masked, all right? So I got a little bit of wheel rotation, and you know I just have to start adding in some of this like just typography or texture. I don't know why I'm feeling like a middle hit of F1 today. Do I include the back-to-back-to-back? It's important just for the event, but I think I let it sit like this just before I call this done, all right? I think I need to come over here with a solid color adjustment. Also, look at this this frame, pretty good. Like, you can start to see I was doing some stuff on the bottom here, okay? And I'm essentially gonna come over here with a nice simple, I think the 67 is okay, maybe a little bit less, and just go ahead and just paint in some light. I'm not gonna be too shy, okay? I'm gonna get in there for a lot of this. And as I say that, I start to get a little bit more shy. But this is a lot for me right now, so I think that looks pretty good. Okay, I'm actually gonna add another one with the same thing, be a tiny bit darker. We're gonna linear dodge add it, turn it off, and then come back over here. Just add a little bit more of that glow. And then per the culture, you know we have to do it. Add a little bit of birds to the composition for no reason whatsoever. I did 3 for the back-to-back-to-back, but I am gonna split them apart just a little bit, okay? Then last but not least, let's go ahead and just add one final level just to make this like super moody. Go back into this and only erase in a few different little spots that I kind of want to highlight, like the logo, a little bit of the top of the car, tiny bit on the helmet and his face. And then I would like to say, I think I'm done. This one was kind of good. This is not bad. I built this. I made this. So you know what that means?
It looks incomplete. It looks like designing, which is your part-time job. So.
No. No.
Yes.
What?
I don't really see a lot of movement here. It looks like a two separate image, the top and the bottom, and just slap a logo in the middle. Like, this is bad. You should step on your game, because like this, I don't see any story here.
Okay, so what are you giving it?
Because you and my husband, I give it a 6.
No. Get out. What? Is it that bad? A 6? I think the one thing I can agree with actually is the fact that it doesn't have like a story, which is fair. I left the back-to-back kind of like TLDR, which is very fair. Which is why while I'm talking, you're probably watching me fix it to see if I could add some sort of something before I ask you guys, what are you guys gonna rate this poster? Here's my before and after just from the feedback, okay? A 6 caught me off guard. I thought we were cooking. But I need to know what you guys would actually end up rating this poster. And just leave a like if you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe if you guys want to watch more. And I guess I still got some learning for photo manipulation, okay? So with that, Seso HQ out. Now we get to keep smiling, stay positive, and stay freaking productive, guys. So much love, peace, and enjoy your day. And later.